said that I was holy. My father said that I would burn. My mother said I was an angel. My father said that I would turn. So I believed these words and I turned on myself. Cause maybe he's right, maybe I'm worthless. Or maybe he's wrong and my mother was right. I got a killer in me to give me purpose. I can feel a holy war. I can feel a holy war within. No, I can take a holy war. No, I can take a holy war again. This is what you wanted. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. You just keep wanting more with your blood and yours. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. It's a beautiful tragedy. You wanna be sick like me. So you bring a letter. I was told that I was nothing. Yeah, I was told that I was pure. Yeah, I was told that I was dirty. Yeah, I was told I was the cure. And I asked myself, am I God or shit? Am I the high, the low, I'm fucking worthless? And I asked myself, am I love or hate? You are the reason I have and why I can't quit. I can feel a holy war. Yeah, I can feel a holy war within. No, I can take a holy war. No, I can take a holy war again. This is what you wanted. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. You just keep wanting more with your blood and yours. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. It's a beautiful tragedy. You wanna be sick like me. So you bring a letter. And be twine. This is what you wanted. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. You just keep wanting more with your blood and yours. I'm gonna bring a letter. I'm gonna bring a letter. It's a beautiful tragedy. You wanna be sick like me. So you bring a letter. And be twine. Even in these chains you can't stop me. Even in these chains you can't stop me. Even in these chains you can't stop me. crisis. I just can't get the fuck out of my head. I can't. Even with these chains, you can't stop me. Even with these chains, you can't stop me. Even with these chains, you can't stop me. Even in these chains, you won't break me. Even in these chains, you won't stop me. Even in these chains, you won't break me. Even in these chains, you won't take me. Even in these chains, you won't hold me. Even in these chains, you can't stop me. I want you let me in. I want you let me in. I'm in everywhere that you been. I want nothing to lose and nothing to win. I want you let me in. I want you let me in. I'm already in these chains. 'Cause I'm the big bad, won't let the game begin. 'Cause I'm the big bad, won't let the game begin. 'Cause I'm the big bad, won't let the game begin. I've been sleeping for 7 moons and now I'm awake.
I have a hunger deep within me I can't shake.
You see it twist and turn, I won't let it take a hold of me.
The time to hunt has come, it's time for me to feed.
We know what's going down, so I say we do this anyway.
We know one of us is going down, so I say we do this anyway.
One of us is going down in the darkness beneath the light. Meet on the hunting grounds. Down, down in the shadows become the night. Meet on the hunting grounds. Down, one of us is going down. One of us is going down. Let's do this anyway. One of us is going down. One of us is going
So, hi, welcome. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear my voice? Yes or no? I'll wait. Yes, all good. Excellent. So, welcome. I am Psycheshire. I am your host. And welcome to my domain. Hey! Looks like we have some new blood. Is that shy on mission? Is that how you pronounce it? If we have new blood, you're now part of the chat pack. You can't escape and you can't get away. So, welcome to my domain. So, what are we going to do tonight, guys? We are going to be doing Red Embrace Hollywood. And yeah, so we're going to do a story time with that. Before we get into that, though, as always, we're going to take a look at some of the panels, and I hope everybody's been doing well. With all of this social isolation stuff, I personally love it, but I know there's some out there that do not. However, in having this, it means I'm having to work from home, which means I have to figure out my schedule. So it's really easy to sit there and be on Twitter or roleplay when I'm supposed to be working. So I'm trying to get better at behaving myself and doing the right thing and getting some kind of schedule set for nighttime. That's why I'm trying to get back into my streaming schedule. And yes, it's always tempting not to, but I'm back. Did you miss me? So, we're going to do story time tonight. We're going to try to keep it to Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sunday nights. As always, we're going to try 9:30, but you guys know me. It always usually hits around 10 o'clock. So I'm probably going to change those to 10, which brings me back to the panels. If you look at them, there's the countdown to my next stream. Like I said, I'm probably going to change that to 10 o'clock. There's information about me. There's like my cosplay pictures. There's also emotes that, yes, we have up there that are active and working. We also have games that we're playing, Cheshire's rules, as well as the songs. Now, who is Cheshire the cat? Chester the chat cat. That is that cute little face right in the middle of your screen. If you do not behave, you become dinner for him, and whatever happens to be left over is mine. I'd highly advise you to be well behaved, or you're my dinner. Could be a good thing, could be a bad. Anyway, if you look back up, and I'll just do this really quickly, there's 4 different ways you can connect with me. One is through Discord, one is through Twitter, one is through Steam, one is through YouTube. Discord channel, jump in and you can say hi, hello, and see what's up. You can message me anytime you want. Jump into Twitter. You get to see everything that I'm thinking anytime that I post that I'm streaming, as well as my little rants and raves about Pinterest. Then you get into my Steam, then you're able to friend me, and then I can pull you in with me and some other crazy folk so that we can play Dead by Daylight, which is my obsession, which I haven't played in a while, and I need to play again. Then there's the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has not only some of my Twitch videos, which I need to update. Up there, Croc, don't let me forget, please. As well as my Dead by Daylight funny videos, as well as videos I created, and as well as games I've beaten, such as Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York, and Beat Saber. I love blades, so there's my Beat Saber videos as well up there. So, 4 ways in which you can contact me and message me. You can always contact me on Twitch, but I don't track Twitch as much as I do the others. In fact, Discord's the fastest way to get a hold of me. Now, 2 things to note. If you're in my chat pack, which if you're sitting here listening to me live, then you are. And what that means is you are part of a very active chat. As we go through the game, there's going to be options where I have to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4 as for my answers. And you guys are the ones that dictate my fate. You're in charge of me. Ooh, let me say that again. You're in charge of me. So make sure you do not snooze or you lose. If I say, give me 1, give me 2, give me 3, give me 4, you better do it quick or you're going to be left at the door. So, the next thing to think about is the game that we're actually playing tonight is called Red Embrace Hollywood. And let me give you a little kicker about Red Embrace Hollywood. It has the possibility to get rather scandalous. Now, if in fact we go through, and this is a blind playthrough, and let's say it gets bad, I reserve the right to pause the stream, delete the VOD, and take the debauchery all the way over to my Discord channel, and we will open it up wide there and go ahead and play as bad as we feel. Of course, then again, we're going to put up a regular game up here just until I figure out what else to play, if in fact it gets that bad. Now, so far, I've been able to dodge and steer and ride that sweet fine line between normal and debaucherous. So hopefully we'll be able to continue the game like that. Then if we can finish the entire game without being bad, we're going to take it to my Discord anyway, and then we will be. So, another reason to join my Discord. Now, given all of that, Croc, if you could throw up our warning for debauchery that we put on here, letting you know that we have the right and reserve the right to take it down because we do not want to offend Twitch. We do not want their TOS to have a conniption fit. So, if in fact it gets really bad, we're going to throw up that, take down the, yeah, there you go, thank you. That talks about the playthrough. Content is unknown. So, given all of these, you guys ready to play? I'm ready. What about you? You ready to play with me? Yes or no? You tell me. Yeah, sweet. Alright, let's load up that game, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is gonna be one hell of a fucking ride. See you in a minute. BRB. So you should have visual, and you should hear this little nice click coming up. Let's wait for it. Click. There you go. Hopefully you heard the sound and you can see the visual. So you tell me, what do you got there? Can you hear and can you see? We have the click. It's so subtle. So deliciously light. Ready to go? Shall we play? I am ready. So here we go. Let's load her up. What do we have here? We have April 18th. We have another April 18th. We have April 14th. I do believe... Is this one the one we stopped at? There's Saturday, April 18th at 0.33. Then there's this. I think this is it. I do think so. So we're going to start here. So we have the choice. Do we talk to Heath? Or do we leave? Which one? Remember, I wasn't too keen on talking to Heath, but if we have to, we can. You want to? You tell me, Chat Pack. 1 or 2. Talk to Heath or leave? Nah. I don't have to talk to him. Do you want me to? Y'all all want me to leave or no? You want me to talk to him? See what this little cretin has to say. Croc, be my tiebreaker. Do you want one or two? I don't mind. Yes? Alright, we'll do one. I'll do one, because he's probably going to tell me to do one anyway. What? We'll try it. Cheshire. He tries to be so slick. When I stepped up to the bar, Heath turned to greet me, snubbing out his cigarette in an ashtray. You came by after all, and it seems like you and Marcus didn't run into any problems. I'm so glad. Was there something you wanted to chat about? So here we go. I have some questions about you, or let's talk about someone else, or something that happened recently, or that's all for now, I think. Now you notice some of these are a darker gray. I just noticed this one's lighter, so we could ask him about this. Not sure if these are going to lead anywhere, though. The first two or the last. So what do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Either I had some questions about you, or let's talk about someone else, or something that happened recently. Or that's all for now, I think. Which would you prefer, chat? Sweet. Alright. We'll check 1. Oh, there is stuff. Wow. Okay. So we have, could you tell me a little about your history? Or what counts as beautiful in your eyes? Or what kind of future do you dream of when the war is over? Or about something else? We're going to go ahead and finish this out, and then we're going to go to 3. So tell me, which one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What shall we do? I mean, I guess I'm just being unfair and not liking him. Seems a little creepy. 1? What are you thinking, chat? We got a 1. Do we have another 1? Well, we got a 1. We got a 3. I can see... Yeah, we don't want to know what's beautiful in his eyes, but I could see 1 or 3. Either. I could see a 50-50 split. How about we do both? Want you? Let's do 1 first, then we'll do 3. Oh, yes. I'm not sure how much I told you already, or you guessed for yourself, but... I was born and raised in this place, in Hollywood, so it's all I've ever known, and I love it more than anything. I've been an actor ever since I was a little boy. I wasn't a world-famous one, but I made enough to survive here. His gaze slowly drifted to the floor, settling there as if held down by a weight. Then one night I accepted the bite of an Ascari vampire. No lies or deception. I just said yes. It wasn't so long ago, but it feels almost like an eternity. It's so easy to lose track of time, just standing here in this bar all night. Ooh, I want to know who his sire is. I'm going to have to go with... Who was your sire? I'm curious. I'm sorry, but I'd rather not talk about it. I hope you don't mind. I don't want to play his route. I still miss her every day, and talking about what happened brings back a lot of memories. It looked like my questions had made Heath a little uncomfortable, even though he kept up a smile. Zip lips! Yeah, don't tell me. Alright, so we're going to do 3 again. What kind of future do you dream of when the world war is over? We'll do that one. A future where we can all be ourselves. I don't know what that might look like, but with the right leader, anything is possible. Heath gazed at me intently, rolling his shoulders in a gentle shrug. All right, we've got what counts as beautiful in your eyes or about something else. Which way do we want to go, chat? I'm thinking. You tell me. Two. All right, we do two. We already did the questions about you, I think. Or let's talk about someone else or something that happened recently. And that's all for now. What shall we do? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 3. So we're feeling a 3. I'm kind of feeling a 3 too. It's kind of lit up a little lighter. Let's try it. Ooh, we've got, did you hear about what happened to Marcus? Or I met this guy Lazarus in the sewers. Or something else. So do we want to do 1, 2, or 3, chat? You tell me. Nah. 1, 2. We got a 1, we got a 2. Man, I'm going to try the 2 first, and then we'll go back to 1, since 2 is the most recent. Lazarus. I think Soros mentioned him a few times. She sounded a little warmer than usual whenever she brought up his name in conversation. He hesitated briefly, digging his fingers into his scarf for a moment. But ever since around the time you returned, I haven't heard her say anything more about him. It might be for the best if we didn't discuss Lazarus here, though. I think Soros kept quiet about him for a reason. All right, now we can do Marcus again. Let's do Marcus again. The attack. Yes, it's awful. But it doesn't surprise me all that much. I'm sure he knew what he was getting into. He must be confident that he'll survive it. I couldn't quite tell if Heath's words were skeptical, admiring, or bitter. Oh yeah, Marcus. Alright, so we've done that. Let me see questions about you now. Talk about someone else. Ooh, we haven't talked about Andre. Want to do Andre real quick? Let's do Andre. I'm curious. Oh, Heath hasn't got nothing to say. Oh, yes, he's very, very smart and very, very capable. I'm just never really sure what's going on inside his head. Ooh, you've met him before then? Or how does he measure up to Soros? 1 or 2? Which way do you want to go, chat? 1. Okay. I'm kind of feeling I could do 1. I think maybe we'll have the opportunity to do both. So let's try 1 first. Then we'll come back. Not much. But he invited you to visit, didn't he? A lot of people don't trust him because of his private meetings and the place he lives. You might not want to mention it to Soros. Alright? Talk about someone else. Oh, we did that. Alright, and something that happened recently. I think we already got it all. Except that, and I don't really care. So, alright, that's all for now, I think. Lives. Alright. Enjoy your night, Cheshire. He gave me a soft, wistful smile before pulling away. stepping towards the shelves to make a drink. I guess leave. Let's see where this takes us. I left the bar's quiet ambiance, returning to the street. Time had passed quickly, and the night was already almost over. Time to head back. Flipping off the lights, I gazed out the window into a sparkling panorama. It was so strange to think that if I hadn't have been turned, this room would belong to Lazarus. Where would I have been right now? Still in Hollywood? Chasing my dreams? Or if Hollywood rejected me, would I have ended up somewhere very different instead? With my cold cheek pressed to the pillow, I left another night of unsettling thoughts for the comforting arms of sleep. It had been a long, tiring night. Saros gave me a long list of errands to run and messages to deliver to our allies, neutral parties, and even enemies. Few of the missions had gotten a little too dangerous, but I'd managed to escape unscathed. I still had a few hours until sunrise, so I was getting ready to leave the hotel again. After my report, I was in sore need of some well-deserved relaxation or a comfortable chat. "Excuse me, Cheshire." The lobby clerk called out to me as I passed by, offering an uncomfortable smile when I turned around. "Somebody, left something for you just a few hours ago. I don't know who it was, but it just kind of, appeared behind the front desk earlier, and it's got your name on it." So we've got 1, 2, or 3. Either, can I see it? Or a mystery admirer then? Or I hope it's not a bomb. So, what are we looking at? Which one? 1, 2, or 3? So you're hoping it's not a bomb. 2 or 3. Okay. A mystery admirer. Or a bomb. What else? 3. Alright, everybody wants 3. We're gonna go 3. No, it's definitely not a bomb. He let out an awkward laugh, bending down to pick up the package and hand it to me. It's got Marcus all over it, I betcha. I'm sure I'll be embarrassed. The box was completely transparent. Nice! Which meant I could see the huge neon pink glittery dildo resting comfortably inside. I love Marcus. He's such a dork. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Croc. I was wondering. Obviously, it was from Marcus. But knowing Marcus, he wouldn't send me something like this without a reason. We hadn't spoken after the attack 2 nights ago. So I had a feeling this was meant to be a message. Oh, it's a message, all right. I can figure that one out. More than likely, he wanted me to visit him, probably without alerting Saros. Goddamn, Marcus. After depositing the gift back in my room, I hurried back onto the street. Just to be safe, I caught a taxi several blocks away from the hotel. If Marcus wanted to meet me in secret, then I couldn't risk being tailed. Yeah, I'm contemplating that, Corvin. I'm just gonna let you know. Just saying. This time, no one was leaving blood and roses when I arrived. Instead, a red closed sign glowed dimly in the window, flickering on and off, but the door was unlocked, so I quickly slipped inside. Somehow, the shop seemed cold, less welcoming than it had before. A dark stain on the carpet served as a reminder of the attack, making the atmosphere strangely oppressive. Even the mannequin felt unnerving somehow, its painted eyes staring at me without emotion, without anything at all. I see you received my message. A deep voice murmured from somewhere out of sight, more solemn than usual. There he goes, Marcus! Moments later, Marcus emerged from the shelves, his glasses reflecting the light. I had a feeling you'd be able to grasp its meaning. Yep! So we have 1, 2, or 3. Either you couldn't just leave a sticky note, or I get to keep it right. Or so did you want to speak to me? How are you? Okay, those of you that know me, what's my answer going to be? 1, 2, or 3? Which one, chat pack? Corbin! Am I that debaucherous? I chose 2 the first time, but 1 is also good. So what do you think? Yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna do 2. We got a consensus here. I get to keep it, right? Of course. I trust you'll make good use of it. Yep. 5, too. Marcus let out a throaty chuckle, stepping away from the shelves to saunter towards me. But despite his playful response, I noticed that he looked subtly different from his usual self. His cheeks seemed more hollow, his eyes tired and sunken, and even his smile drooped lethargically. Boy needs to feed. Watch him right. Marcus stopped beside me, hesitating. I knew whatever he was going to say probably wouldn't be good. Something strange is happening, Cheshire. Something has changed. It's still changing within me. Gazing at the floor grimly, Marcus closed his eyes, taking a slow, deep inhale. I can feel it, no matter how slow and subtle it may be. Either are you in pain? Should I get help? Or what does it feel like? Or did you eat something funny? It's funny how Marcus is described as skinny, but we never get to see his physique. True. This is very true. We think 3. Did he eat something funny? What else? Give me some more, people. We got a 2, we got a 3. What else? I'm feeling I could do either of those. 2 or 3. 2. Alright, consensus, we got a 2. 2. What does it feel like? Unsettling. He murmured the single word with quiet frustration, slowly shaking his hand. I know that something lies just before my feet, a pit that will take me places yet unknown. I do not know whether those places are good or ill, only that they mark a point of no return. After the night of my near death, I have been unable to feed. I told you, the bitch needs to feed. Nobody listens to me. His voice sank to a low, uncertain murmur. Oh God, he needs to feed. Please feed. I sink my fangs into flesh. The human faints, but I cannot draw any blood past my lips. Come on, feed. Fang to fang, do it. The first time it occurred, I thought perhaps it was merely a strange fluke, a distortion of my reality. But when I tried again, and again, and again, as Marcus repeated the words, his head slowly sank further down, until it seemed like he could barely hold it up. Each time, the blood merely oozed from my fangs, refusing to so much as enter my throat. Dude, you're an assamite. Find another fang and feed. Shit. Sorry, I'm kidding. Confused, terrified, I attempted to drink it from a cup. To my surprise, it seemed to work. I could swallow all of it, unlike before. So I've had to wonder if my mind hadn't merely been deceiving me. Until less than an hour later, my stomach could no longer contain its contents, and I was forced to vomit all the blood I had taken in. Damn, dude, this ain't cool. I don't want Marcus to die. Turning towards me, Marcus met my gaze with a wan, uncertain smile, studying me for my reaction. Okay, it started after that night. Did your attackers poison you somehow? That's bizarre. Has anything else in your body changed? Or there has to be a cure. Have you ever heard of this happening before? So 1, 2, or 3. I'm stumped. I mean, I don't think it's a were thing. Like a werewolf thing. So you think 1 or 2? Somebody break that tie. Do we want 1 or do we want 2? All of these have a good end. No idea. Werewolves, yeah, I don't think they do. They don't. I haven't seen anything about werewolves. All of these have a good answer. I don't know. Three. So there's 3. What else is there? Or 1 or 2? I don't know. Trying to analyze this out. So he said it happened right after that night. So after that night, did your attackers poison you? Or that's bizarre. Has anything else changed in your... I don't know. What do you think? I don't want to assume that there's a cure, but I don't... Shit. I'm going to go with 1. I know nobody said it, but I'm curious. Hold on. I believe they did, but unknowingly. Okay, he's poisoned. All of the blood they took from me, that was but a catalyst for something they likely never intended. A shudder visibly racked his lanky body, suddenly and uncontrollable. Then after he took another deep breath, Marcus refocused his pale gaze on my face. Tonight, a chance may arise to uncover what has dragged me towards starvation. But I called for you, Cheshire, not as mere support, but because our paths are inseparable, deeply intertwined. Is that her sire? Is Marcus her sire? I think he is. One of his hands reached out towards me, though his fingers never quite touched my body. Whenever I go, I am bound to try and take you with me, for I believe you too are in need of my destination. We will help each other. Yay! Sire has short hair, okay? So, of course, I will help you no matter what, Marcus, I promise. Or help each other. Is there something wrong with me too? Or you're making it sound like I really don't have a choice. Where are we going with this? 1, 2, or 3? I almost want to say 1. I don't know. Marcus is growing on me, god dang it. We're getting to the exciting stuff. 1. Yeah, I'm feeling 1 here. Yeah. I hate it, but I'm feeling 1. Let's try 1. I wonder if that resolve will last beyond tonight. His quiet words sound wistful, like he was trying to limit his hopes before they rose too high. But I bid you to grasp it tightly. Where we're going, you will have need of such strength. His last words trailed to a murmur, and I sensed he was addressing himself more than me. A heavy weight hung in the air, surreal and oddly dreamlike. But I knew this was reality. Or at least, I knew it was supposed to be reality. Come, Cheshire. Marcus swiveled on his heel, beckoning me to follow. No doubt your mind's as boggled as my own, but I will explain more as we go. Alright? It's supposed to be reality. Oh, shit. Okay, so we got 1, you were explaining something. What a time to be alive. Or we're going somewhere. 1 or 2. Which way do you want to go? I kind of think maybe 2. What do you think? Yeah? I don't think smartass mode is necessarily right now. You know? I'm thinking 1. I mean, not 1. I'm thinking 2, yes. Let's do 2. Yes, but I have no intention of driving, so don't fret. After locking the shop behind us, Marcus set out briskly down the street, his steps unusually hurried. Yeah, no kidding, we're not alive. I almost had to jog to keep up with his long, determined strides, which didn't show any sign of slowing down. He seemed much more wary too, constantly glancing over his shoulder and down every alley we passed. So we have three. We've got where are we heading, or is there a reason why we're not taking a taxi, or reach out to hold his hand. Now, God dang it. Fine. We'll hold his hands. He's gonna say, bitch, let me go. When I reached for Marcus's hand, his first instinct was to jerk away slightly. But after a moment, he slipped his fingers, which felt even thinner than normal, into my own, taking my hand in his firm grasp. His gaze shifted to focus on me as we walked, unblinking and intense. This strange condition is related to my attack. Of that, I'm quite certain. As you stayed beside me in my bloodless days, I spoke to you from the deepest darkness I had ever seen, and in that black abyss, a hand reached out to grab me. The memory must have still been very vivid, because I heard his teeth grinding in the pause that followed. It pulled me, trying its very hardest to drag me down into its crushing, all-consuming depths. With the force of my will, I was barely able to escape, but not before it took something from me. So we got one or two. Either what did it take from you, or I wonder whose hand it was. One or two. Thoughts? I'm thinking, I don't know. I want to know what it took from him. More so than the hand itself. But I leave that to you, Chatpack. Yes? What are we thinking? Two. We got a one, we got a two. Somebody break that tie. A one, a two. Come on, somebody break the tie. I'm thinking two. There we go. I am unsure, but every time I try to recall that hand, all I remember is it looked exactly like my own. Ooh. His footsteps suddenly began to slow, and within moments, Marcus came to a complete stop. He turned to face me, but his eyes seemed cloudy, darkened with traces of fear. But that hand was not the only thing I saw. When I opened my eyes at last, desperate, letting my gaze fall with every hope upon your face. Marcus froze, staring at me strangely. You too were the abyss. Ooh, shit. So then you're afraid of me? Or you mean I was faceless? Or I don't understand. One, two, or three. Talk to me, Chatpack. What do you think? One or two? One or two? One. Okay, it seems like we've got a lot of ones. We're going to go with this. Averting his eyes for a moment, Marcus fell silent, His own confusion seemed to bring with him as much frustration as worry. I fear for myself, and for you too. I fear that something has taken a hold of us, but we cannot fight it until we know its true nature. He began to walk again, gradually resuming his swift pace. But there is one way we might uncover our answers, not through powers or blood or bodies, but by opening something within ourselves. As we turned down a side street, I finally realized what our destination had to be. I'm taking you to the cemetery, a place I am not overly fond of. However, there is an event, shall we say, happening there tonight. It may well hold some of the keys to our locked doors. Ooh, so, an event. So, we've got one or two. Either I didn't know you were friends with Andre, or do you think he'd help you? He doesn't seem like the type. Oh my God, cemeteries are a good... Oh, never mind. I'm not... Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. Let's just say I like cemeteries a lot. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's move on. I didn't know you were friends with Andre. One or two. So we got one, we got two. Somebody break that tie. Come on, break it. One or two. We got a one, we got a two. Someone break this tie. Please. Come on. Break it. I think... Two has more dialogue. Then let's go two. There is a role Andre feels compelled to play, very similar to that of Saros, although it may not be apparent. He enjoys acting as a guiding father, even to those whose goals may not clearly align with his own. Much like Saros, Andre cares for the ends, not the means, as long as he's serving the vampiric kind, doing what he sees as best for us, then there are no uncrossable lines. What I'm attempting to say is yes, Andre will help us. Marcus spoke with more than a little wariness, but I couldn't sense any hostility in his voice. I know he may seem like a rather unorthodox type of man to rely on, but we are vampires, Cheshire. The value of orthodox practices died with our bodies. He's got a point. We reached the graveyard before much longer, wandering cautiously inside. The tall lamps shined a corpse-colored light over the smooth path, guiding us forward. Marcus seemed faintly uneasy, but his eyes were also filled with a certain fascination as they roamed across the graves. When we grew close to the mausoleum, I noticed several strange statues standing in the darkness. They were clustered closely together, a group of humanoid figures with different heights and builds. Then one of the statues moved. Ah, forgive me for not providing more specific details. Marcus cleared his throat, eyeing me from the side as we approached the group. We won't be alone tonight. Ooh, who are they, other Golgotha? Or I'm already getting some spooky ritual vibes. So one or two. Which one? "'Tis a ritual indeed. Ah, so we do too. Okay. Alright. Already getting some spooky vibes. Let's try it. Nothing quite so mundane, I'm afraid. As we approached, I was able to make out the vampires' faces more easily. The figures were in a loosely formed circle, some sitting, others standing. Most of them were wearing troubled expressions, seemingly lost in thought. They didn't even act like they noticed our arrival. I didn't spot any dark robes or ominous masks either. All of the Golgotha looked as if they'd just arrived from the street. But the atmosphere felt much more foreboding than any ritual. "Welcome, Marcus. Cheshire." Andre had been standing a short distance from the circle, turned towards us. "I was not expecting you to appear tonight, nor did I foresee the young Iscari deciding to accompany you." One or two. Either "Hello again, I think we need your help," or "Do you know about Marcus's condition, Andre? I don't know if I'd throw him under the bus like that quite yet." Two. So what are we thinking? We're going 2 and 2? Brave. Okay. No, he has communicated very little to me, beyond the fact that he is unwell. Somewhere in Andre's impassive eyes, I thought I could see a trace of curiosity. However, it is unnecessary for me to fully comprehend whatever ails him. After all, I shall be serving only as a conduit, not as any form of direct aid. His soft, elegant voice melted with the quiet night, reminding me of a librarian among his readers. But before we begin, does Cheshire understand our affair tonight, Marcus? No, not yet. Glancing around at the silent Golgotha, Marcus rolled his shoulders casually. I decided against explaining anything to her. Surely the task is better suited for that tasteful serpentine tongue of yours. He's got a snake's tongue? Is it forked? Never mind. I see. It was hard to tell whether Marcus's remark was complimentary or mocking, and judging from Andre's side glance, he wasn't sure either. Very well. Then I will be brief. Oh, here we go. Turning to focus the whole of his attention on me, Andre paused for a brief moment. In a time before the city was divided, the Golgotha would often congregate here in search of self-reflection. We have a practice somewhere between meditation and telepathy, joining our vampiric energies through instinctive connections. Oh, sounds familiar. You might think of it as a temporary pylon constructed from all our powers, which we may then harness for our individual purposes. Unfortunately, after the nights became rife with discord, there is often too much dissonance and static for us to properly focus. Despite Andre's thin smile, I heard a hint of resentment in his voice. Tonight, however, appears to be somewhat different. We feel a calm silence, perhaps due to a lull in the fighting, that will allow us to draw out our consciousness. I know you're not Golgotha, but that does not forbid you from joining us. You will merely experience something different. So we have one or two. Either what is the purpose of this meditation, or all right, do I need to be prepared? What do you think? Two, do I need to be prepared? That's one. I mean, that's not one, that's two, but go ahead. I'm listening. Two. Got a couple twos. We'll click it. No preparation is necessary beyond an open mind. Marcus is experienced in the practice. He ought to guide you. With a slight nod, Andre motioned towards Marcus. Well, there you have it. I suppose it's best we just dive in. A shame I forgot the Freudian scuba gear. He grunted softly, lowering himself into a spot just outside the circle. As I sat down beside him, I noticed Andre already walking away, his hands clasped serenely behind his back. I felt Marcus's hand resting gently on my head, his fingers beginning to stroke through my hair. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Okay. Now, Cheshire, murmuring in my ear, almost inaudibly, Marcus gave me a faintly reassuring smile. There's no need to close your eyes. Simply let every trace of normality slip away. Every prejudice, conception, every restraint of logic. Focus on whatever appears as reality around you. Deeply gaze at whatever draws your attention. He gestured all around us with one hand before his eyes seemed to grow unfocused. After a moment, I let my gaze wander towards. There you go. 1, 2, 3, or 4. The moon, the gravestones, the distant city, or the vampires around me. 1, 2, 3, or 4. The moon is 1, the gravestones is 2, the distant city is 3, and the vampires around me is 4. You tell me, 1 or 3? Either the moon or the distant city? Okay. Next. One. So we're thinking 1. Seems like we got a lot of 1s. Maybe I should try 1. I'll try 1. The moon. Tilting my head up, I turned my gaze towards the dark sky. Thin, ghostly clouds drifted over the moon, its pale shape looming over the city. As I stared absently forward, my thoughts began to drift, idle and unordered. I watched them pass one by one, until a single question slowly came to a stop right in front of me. Is this all there is? Right here in the graveyard. The only things I can see, taste, touch, smell, hear, think. Is there something beyond this? Ooh, this is a path. Either yes or no. I'm leaning yes, guys. I'm leaning yes. I'm a hard lean over to the yes. I'm probably going to kick somebody off the cliff if they don't say yes. I'm just saying. Yeah, we're going to go yes. Yes. Of course there is. As soon as I thought of an answer, that question gradually faded away, and another one rose to the surface to take its place. Do I want there to be something beyond this? Yes, of course I do. I say I'm pulling rank. We're gonna go yes. The graveyard vanished, leaving me in darkness. It was cold, freezing, and utterly empty. But something shifted around me, all over me, whatever I was. Right now, where I am, and what I'm doing. Is this something serious and meaningful? Or will I laugh and forget about it later? Alright, we got one or two. I want to say it's one, like it has meaning. And that's what I want to say. So we got a one. Do we have another? Tell me. Tell me. We have a one. Do we have another one? Yes? I think I want to say it has meaning. Let's try. But what sort of meaning? Ooh. Now we're at, it's helping me understand myself. Or it's, I don't know. What do you think? So we're thinking help us understand ourselves? I kind of think so. What do you think? I think one. We try one. My reply drifted through my mind, which seemed to be enough for now. Just then, something glimmered in the dark. Like a magnet, it began to pull me in, getting stronger the closer I moved towards it. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. I knew it was right next to it. Then with a loud click, a blinding light flickered down on me. Its hum reverberated softly, like I was in a giant space with distant walls and a towering ceiling. As my eyes slowly adjusted, I realized I was in front of a mirror. I was staring at somebody, at myself, lit up under the spotlight like a star. It looked surreal. Then if this isn't real, does the real world matter to me right now? Yes. Do I know? I know it's still there, or no, I don't care about it. Wow. Damn, we're going to get into some stuck stuff here. I think I need to save right here. I have a feeling I should save. Let's save here. Overwrite save. Because I'm not sure I'm going to like how this is going to go. What do you think? Now, we have a choice. It is 12:30, technically. We can pause right here, and we can pick this up later, Tuesday, 2 days from now, which probably would be a good idea. So how about we do this? We're going to shut down the stream, and let's pick it up in 2 days. This is going to be a crazy thing to think about, so be thinking. Do we have anyone we would raid? I don't think we do. I'm looking. Thank you, Corvid. I think we'll just shut down the stream. What do you think? I've got some roleplay waiting on me. Yes. Near Dark. Is Near Dark even on? Oh, they are! Woot! Yeah, buddy, we're going to raid Near Dark. First, I want to make sure I got it saved. Yes, yes. Overwrite save, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and get off of this. Return to menu. Yes. This is deep, isn't it? I like this. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to raid Near Dark, but I'm going to pull up my Twitch so I can actually hear it. Because when I do it on my other screen, I cannot. So we're joining over there. And just had the volume up. So you guys ready? Let's go ahead and raid. And you have a good night, Shy Omission. See, I got you that time. Raid. And we're doing Near Dark Studios. Remember, be loud, be proud. You are mine. That's what we do. Let's raid. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.